This tutorial is for 4th grade, Module 5, Lesson 31. In this lesson, we're going to add mixed numerals and compose whole numbers where needed. The first problem is 3 1/3 plus 2 2/3. We started by just adding our whole numbers, so 3 plus 2 is 5. Then 1/3 and 2/3 is 3/3. Because 3/3 is the same as 1 whole, I'm going to change that into 1 whole. So instead of 5 plus 3/3, I'll look at that as 5 plus 1 whole, which equals 6. The next question is 4 1/4 plus 3 2/4. Again, I'll start by adding my whole numbers. 4 plus 3 is 7. Then I'll add my fractions. 1/4 and 2/4 equals 3/4. So 7 3/4 is the final answer. I don't need to do anything else to that. In question C, I have 2 2/6 plus 6 4/6. I'll add my whole numbers. 2 plus 6 equals 8. And then I'll add my fractions. 2/6 plus 4/6 equals 6/6. And again, since my numerator and my denominator are the same, I know that I have a whole number. I'm going to look at that as 8 plus 1, which equals a total of 9 wholes. In the next section, I'm going to show this addition on the number line. My first problem is 2 4/5 plus 1 2/5. I'll start by adding my whole numbers. So I'm going to do a jump of 2 to show my first number, and then another jump of 1, and that gets me to 3 for my whole numbers. Now I'm going to jump 4/5. So I do a hop, and I'll show that that's 4/5 because my whole has been broken into fifths, and I jumped 4 of them. And then finally, I need to jump 2 more fifths. So I'll do a hop of 2/5. So you can see where we got our initial answer of 3 6/5, and then our final answer of 4 1/5. So 3 6/5 is the same as 4 1/5, because that's where I ended up on that final hop. Here's another example. This time we're taking 1 3/4 plus 3 3/4. I'll start again by hopping my whole numbers. I'll hop 1 whole, and I'll show that hop. Then I will hop 3 wholes on top of that. That will take me to 4 wholes. Then I will hop 3/4, and the whole numbers have been broken into fourths, so I just need to hop to 3 of those. So there's 3/4, and I need to do one more hop of 3/4. So I'll hop 3 more sections because that's 3/4. My final answer then is 5 2/4. So I have 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 6/4 is the same as 5 2/4. In the next section, we're going to add the mixed numerals without the use of a number line. So here I have 2 4/6 plus 1 5/6. You can see we've added our whole numbers. 2 plus 1 is 3. And now we need to add 4/6 plus 5/6. That would be 3 9/6 altogether. I want to decompose my 9/6 though to get some whole numbers there. Since I'm working with sixths, it takes 6/6 to make a whole. I have 9/6, so that means I have 3 more sixths altogether. So the 6/6 equals 1 whole. That means altogether I have 4 wholes and 3/6 left over. I'm going to do the same thing for this problem. I have 1 plus 3 equals 4. 3/4 plus 3/4 equals 6/4. I'm going to decompose that to create a whole. So I have 4/4 that would make 1 whole, and 2 more fourths because I have 6/4 altogether. The 4/4 equals 1 whole. I combine my 1 whole with the 4 that's already there, and I get 5 wholes altogether, and I have to include the leftover fraction. So 5 2/4 is my final answer. And let's look at 2 more examples. Here I have 2 6/8 plus 3 7/8. I'll add my whole numbers first, and I get 5. Then I'll add 6/8 to 7/8. That would be 13/8. I'll decompose that to make a whole. So I have 8/8 and 5/8 would make 13/8. The 8/8 will give me 1 whole. I'll combine that with the 5 I already had for a total of 6 wholes and include the leftover fraction. So the final answer is 6 5/8. And one more problem. We have 3 8/12 plus 2 7/12. I'll add the whole numbers. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 8/12 plus 7/12 equals 15/12. I'm going to take 12 of those to make a whole. That leaves 3 more 12ths. So 12/12 equals 1 whole. Combine it with the 5 I already had, and I get 6 wholes, and include the leftover fraction. My final answer is 6 3/12.